What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Judge, man. WDH TV, we back with a couple topics to chop it up on, man. What's going on, my people? Welcome back to the broadcast, man. Been a few days, tonight. But we back, though. I've been doing content. I just ain't did nothing on over here, you know what I'm saying? It'd be like that sometimes. But, yeah, the news cycle been pretty hefty, so I got some shit to talk about. Terrance Crawford say he retired, man. How y'all feel about that? How y'all feel about that? I personally don't care. Just being for real, I mean, he done fought pretty much everybody he could fight. He ain't get Earl Spence his run back. Not that he owed it to him. We all know he better than Earl, blah, blah, blah. But like I say, Earl gave him opportunity. He should have gave Earl one just to get the money grab, especially if you know you can run through him. But Terrance say he retired. He fell out with WBC a week ago, and a week later, he said he retired from the sport. And I say, congrats, man. You did what you did. You was undisputed in two weight divisions. You beat Canelo. You beat Earl. He was at the top of his game. Well, he was going through something. He was at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying. So, hey, man, you had a great career, man. That's the best way to go out. Why not go out on top rather than going out when you're declining? Yeah, man. Like how we seen Brandon Joshua fighting Jake Paul. And not that it's a bad thing, man. Go get your paper. But I'm just saying, before the Jake Paul fight, Brandon Joshua's career was on the decline. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, Anthony Joshua. I say Brandon. Anthony Joshua's career was like on a little baby decline anyway. So, hey, man, if retire what you want to do, retire. But I ain't with the fake retirements, though. For real. I ain't with the fake retirements. You retire, and then you double back in a year and want to fight again. You know what I'm saying? If you retire. I hate that, man. Like, that's what I respect about my guy, Kobe. He ain't played a retirement game. When he left, he left. When he was gone, he was gone. I respect Joe Budden on the same thing. He ain't played double dutch. He say it's over with, and it was over with. So if you retire Terrance Crawford, congrats to you, man. You had a great career. You're going in the Hall of Fame. And salute, man. I'm sure you got enough money to last you and your people. You from Omaha. Cost of living ain't that high. You made a bankroll off Canelo. You did what you did with Earl. So, hey, man, salute to him. Real talk. Real talk. Yo, man. Say, man, a UFC fighter got caught with 100 bricks. I had the story right there. I was going to read his name. But just Google it, man. The boy got caught with 100 bricks. And I think that was rather stupid because the profit you're going to make off them 100 bricks, you probably could have got that off a few fights. And, man, ain't nothing like some legit money, man. And this coming from a motherfucker who done moved plenty of bricks, man. This coming from somebody who done moved plenty of bricks. But ain't nothing like some legit money. I'm going to keep it real with you. Now, obviously, Dana White wasn't paying him like he should have been getting paid. Or I don't even know if he was good. I don't know this dude. But I'm just saying, boy, I got caught with a hundo. A hundo. And getting caught with it ain't even that bad. He might get 20 years for getting caught with it. Because in the Fed, possession is really the latter of two evils. You don't want that conspiracy. You do better getting caught with 100 bricks than getting caught talking about 100 bricks. So he might not be that bad off. But yeah, man, the UFC fighter got caught with 100 bricks. And yeah, he's going to have to sit down for a while, man. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. Unless you come up with a miraculous affidavit and somebody saying that, hey, man, I left that there. He ain't know nothing about it. And you still got to pray and hope the judge or a jury buy what they sell them. Better hope they pick up what you're putting down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. Since we talking about the feds and more police activity, it's being reported that James Harden paid Big U $100,000 to beat up AB about the dice game, about the $2 million dice game or whatever. And they saying that James Harden told the feds about him paying him that. I don't know. It's possible. And he's not no gangster, so I'm just saying, you telling them you paid, I guess they'll let you go on that. I'm saying you telling them you committed a crime. You paid for a hit. But you ain't say you had to pay to have a kill. So I don't even know what that charge would be. So I guess maybe that's worth telling the feds. I'm just saying, like, that's crazy that he told them that. You know what I'm saying? But obviously they ain't want you, so they gonna, keep it real with us, and we're gonna cut you loose. And obviously that's what they did. So we'll see if he take the stand or if Big U even take it to trial. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what the homie facing and what they're gonna try to do with him. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get that Larry Hoover treatment, man. Unfortunately, if he don't be victorious in this case, they're gonna try to give him that Larry Hoover treatment, man. He would definitely. And because the stories sound almost identical. You know what I'm saying? If you just look into, I'm talking about Big U history and life story, and then you look into Larry Hoover history and life story, it's almost identical. So they definitely gonna deal with him accordingly. You know what I'm saying? If they had their way in court. But yeah, man, James Harden paid him to beat up AB. About the trick dice, man. You know what I'm saying? AB, boy, you're a lucky one, man. You're a lucky one, man. You definitely live life on the edge, bro. I ain't gonna lie about that. You definitely live life on the edge, and you have escaped a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And just pray to God the feds don't come get you, because everything else that could go wrong has went wrong in your situation. So just pray the feds don't come get you in the mix, man, because them ain't no problems you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, real talk. But yeah, man. Man, it's holiday season, man. How y'all feeling, man? I hope everybody in high spirits, you know what I'm talking about? I hope everybody able to do what they anticipate doing and want to do for their people. You know what I'm saying? It's really about the love and just being around your family, man. If you can't buy all these old gifts, man, don't try to break yourself don't try to break yourself, man, for a day. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people go in debt for a day, and they spend the rest of the year making up for it. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't get your people what you want, man, show them love. Tell them you love them. Get what you can. And then just enjoy your time with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. As you get older, you get wiser, man. You realize, like I remember when I was young, having that paper, everybody get what they want. You know what I'm saying? You might spend $500, $1,000, $2,000 per child. You know what I'm saying? You got 4, 5 of them. I do. So, and I think that was a little overdoing it, but I enjoyed it. It made me happy. You know what I'm saying? But just looking at life, how I look at it, like I do things different. You know what I'm saying? I would put my kids up some CDs, put some money in the CDs. Like I might have, just over the years, you got to think about it, 10, 15 Christmases. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting $250, just say I'm throwing $250, $500 in a CD, interest-bearing CD for them over that time. They roach up on a nice little $10,000, $20,000. You know what I'm saying? We got to think like that too, man. Like Christmas ain't all about the material stuff, man. You can give somebody some game for Christmas. You can put them onto some money. You can change their life. It ain't all about the materials, man. We think it's all about something shiny and something electronic or something we can wear. Nah, man. You can give somebody some dope game or, invest in something they got going on for Christmas. It ain't got to be no gift like that, you know what I'm saying? And that's just how I think. You know what I'm saying? I'm always thinking about getting to it. And I'm always thinking about elevating the people around me and the people I love. So I think like that. And I think you should think like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but Christmas gifts, don't break yourself, man. Don't hurt yourself, man. Do what you can. Enjoy your family. And I hope everybody blessed, man, for Christmas and the New Year. Real talk. Because it's been a rough year, man. But the last 5 been rough. You know what I'm saying? The last 5 been rough. So we almost getting immune to this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Between the opioid fentanyl epidemic, between the switch being introduced into society, the Glock switch, just all the deaths that's causing. Like, it's just a lot of trauma been going on for the last 5 years. The big 19 came through, and everybody was getting vaxxed and waxed, and now you got a bunch of young people dying from strokes and heart attacks, and nobody know where it come from. A lot of talking heads I see say it's coming from getting vaxxed. So it's been a rough few years, man. You know what I'm saying? But we made it through. We here. I just want everybody to execute at a high level, man. Continue to win. And if you ain't won this year, I hope you win next year for real. On my mama. Yeah, man. My boy Pico from High Thoughts TV, shout out to them, man. Go like, subscribe, share to my boy page. You know what I'm saying? We do panels a couple times a week. You know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up and doing content, man. I call it going to the gym, getting some shots up. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind going on somebody's broadcast and just getting some shots up. I'm trying to be great at this. You know what I'm saying? And I saw you interview No Love Finesse 2 times, little brother. And I don't know, man. Back to that family thing, like I was just saying, man, enjoy your people and be happy and be peaceful and all that. Like, I just don't understand how some people can forgive everybody but their family. People got grace for everybody but the people they're supposed to have grace for. Like, that's weird. And I'm big on you. You ain't got to stay in no toxic relationship because of no title. Because that's my brother, that's my wife, that's my mama, that's my daddy, that's my cousin. I'm big on that. You ain't got to be in no toxic situation because of no title. But I also big on accountability. I'm also big on accountability. And Shawty need to hold herself accountable, man. It's obvious you got a baby drug habit. You got an ego problem. You can't get along with practically nobody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody you do business with, you get along with. You don't get along with nobody in your family. Like, at some point, we got to sit down and look in the mirror and say, hey, man, what can I do to change the way these relationships are going? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're falling out with that many people, it ain't always them. It could be you. It could be. I'm not saying it's you. You know what I'm saying? Everything you could be saying could be absolute truth. But it's just I see behaviors that make me feel like you part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? You got a big ego. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to, you want, and like anybody else that's successful, they want a bunch of yes men. You want a bunch of yes men around you. If somebody call you out on something you're doing or the way you're moving, you gonna get them from around you. And I've seen, I've been in the entertainment industry 27 years, man. I've seen that movie 100 times over again, man. The one person that'll stand on business with you and tell you you're messing up, they ain't gonna be around long. Or the one person that can get some bread, like the breadwinner, he ain't gonna be around long. They're intimidated by that. The Finesse Crossman is one of them people. He don't want nobody around him that got no bankroll like he got, or even to be like, I'm gonna put you in position. And I always say the same thing about Lil Boosie. You know what I'm saying? That's one of his complexes. He got an inferior complex of having somebody around him with some money. I don't know what that's about. I think it's, some people got to be the big dog in the room at all times. They don't like the light to not be on them for periods of time. So they're intimidated when somebody else with just as much status or money come around. They're intimidated. You know, they cool to kick it on a social level. But in terms of having successful people in your inner circle, it don't be like that because a lot of them dudes have a complex. They got to be the big dog. They got to be the only one around with some money. They need everybody around them to need them. And Finesse Crossman is that kind of person. And listen to what his brother and his mother say. He is that kind of person. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Finesse, man, let that go with your brother, man. Like, I don't even know if little bro want to even, I mean, he do, man. I can see the hurt in his face every time he kind of come to talk about you. Because what I do notice is when somebody come at you, he going at them. So that let you know he love big bro. That let you know he love big bro. You just too pig-headed to see who loyal to you. You too pig-headed to see how loyal your brother is to you. But everybody that go at you, that boy gonna say something to him, man. You can be dead ass wrong. Now he might talk on the interview and say, you know, but at the end of the day, he gonna take up for bro. And that's the person you need watching your back for real. Like, you know, I respect you and your gal, man. That's who you got to ride have with you. You know, your gal can do things for you that your brother can't. But you need your brother with you, bro. Like, you need to get over that bullshit. Quit acting like a child. And get right with your family, bro. Get right with your family, man. All them excuses and playing victim and, you know, do what you want to do in life. But I'm just saying, man, I'm talking to the people who want peace, man. You say you want money and peace on that song with JD, which is a hit, but y'all ain't got no push behind it, so it ain't getting no traction. It then like came and went. That song should be never on the radio nonstop. All the trash they playing back to back to back. But, you know, you may not even see it, but just the aura and the way you carry it will make the label not even want to push you. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, the people that's in business with you, they see how you move, bro. They see the type of person you are. They see more in depth than the public. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So you need to patch that up with bro, man. That's some kid shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's some kid shit. You need to patch that up with bro. You need to patch that up with mama. Which I'm sure you and mama, you know, talk. Like I don't see no nigga not talking to their mama. If you do, you're super lame in my book, man. Unless the woman molested you, man. You're super lame in my book if you ain't talking to your T lady, bro. So get that right with mama, get that right with little bro. And capitalize off the opportunity you got, bro. It ain't gonna be there forever, man. You say in every interview you do, how many times you go to jail and get out and get right back on, and I've had this opportunity. And I was hot as fish grease and I went to jail this time. Like you say, this is the longest you've been out. I salute you for that. And get right with God and get right with your family, bro. And if you don't get right with your family, quit talking about it. Real talk. If you don't get right with your family, quit talking about it. You ain't got to talk about it in every interview and play the victim. Because at the end of the day, like eventually, people, you know, you tell a story enough times, people going to see the truth, bro. Especially when we hearing both sides. And, you know, mama and son not even, your little bro and mama not even on the same podcast talking about you. Come on, man. I'm just saying it ain't, you know, I don't care about that. Get it right with bro, man. Get it right with bro. Real talk. We got 50 Cent versus everybody, man. The boy crashed out on Fabulous, Jim Jones, Mano, and Dave East. I mean, Dave East got collateral damage. He just got collaterally hit just for being in the room. You know what I'm saying? Man, you need to get off that petty shit, though, 50. You need to get off that petty shit, bro.